We just got through security at the Edinburgh, Scotland airport, and I've got a little bit of a rant going on. This has been 6 months of travel, and I know it shouldn't have gone this way, but we'll tell you about it.
Even experienced travelers have problems. Stick around. Welcome back to findGinaMarie. We share our lives as full-time travelers and the connections we make along the way.
If you're new here, I'm Judy.
And I'm Kevin.
We've had problems at the Edinburgh Airport in the past, and today was no exception. We just finished going through security. It was really frustrating, but after 6 months of travel, I guess you have to expect all kinds of things to go wrong.
So let's boil this down to what actually happened that was so frustrating today. Edinburgh Airport has lovely, expensive-looking machinery and equipment, lots of people helping you out in the whole security process. But the problem is it's so overblown and there's so many people touching so many things that you end up having more chance of getting stopped and more mistakes.
We carry clear TSA bags that are purchased from Amazon that have been TSA approved for liquids. And mine went through the scanner just fine.
Mine did not go through, and the mistake was mine. I put my coat on top of computers, which caused them to jettison my pass-through of my security. Had to go through again, but I also had the liquid bag there, which meant that now came under inspection.
So even though my zippered bag fills the requirements, it's one container with 3.4 ounce fluids inside. They didn't like the container and they wanted it to be in a Ziploc bag. Well, I don't think it requires, it says quart container, and the bags we have are quart containers.
Their bags are smaller and they were showing them that should fit in this bag. It's like, well, that's really a tiny bag.
And if ours weren't TSA approved, maybe I would feel a little bit differently. But he required us to get rid of things out of that bag. And because I thought maybe we'd have to move things from one bag to another, I brought the other TSA bag that we have. And he said, well, now that you brought this one, I'm going to go through them both and you have to reduce things. In some ways, it was super, super annoying. I understand it. We've been trying to cut liquids, so this was one way to rip off the Band-Aid. We've actually started using bar shampoo,
right.
But we just thought that we could get to our next destination without there being a problem. Whatever,
right.
You know, you just have to go along. They're trying to keep people safe, even though it's frustrating at times. We understand we were at fault and all the rest, but it is still frustrating. The problems in security are such a non-issue. And I have to always remind myself that we are so lucky that we get to travel full time, and these glitches are meaningless in the grand scheme of things because heck, I'd get aggravated at my coworkers or at my job.
Yeah, every day.
On the regular. And traveling the way we are is just amazing.
It's pretty stress-free most of the time. This past 6 months, we've had so few instances of having to struggle. And usually it's just with that one spot, which is security at airports, and everyone's going to struggle with that. We have not had a problem. How many cities have we gone to on this 6 month trip?
Not counting the 3 places that we visited in the United States while we've been traveling full time. We've visited 17 cities.
Yeah, this is just one of those days, and travel days can be tough sometimes. You know, we understand that. We're excited to get to a new place, but they do take up a day of our time. We lose time on editing videos, we lose time on meeting with people. All that has to be put aside so that we can get to the next destination.
We thought our 6 month video would be just, you know, full of all of the exciting, wonderful things that we did, and it wouldn't include a rant, but we just want to keep it real and just let you know that every day isn't perfect for us. So while we could have taken some time and created a very slick, high production video of our first 6 months of travel, we thought that we would keep it really real with you. You've shown up for us over the last year very reliably, and we are so grateful for that.
Thank you.
And so we thought it was important for us to hold up our end of the bargain as well. And even though this may not be the highest production value coming to you from a noisy airport,
We don't hold the aircraft under travel with tonight. Once again, that has been our final with over 2
It's just important that we continue to build community.
Yeah, we're trying to get you videos every week on time. So that's what this is.
I really like travel days. I like to fly on airplanes. We've been fortunate that we have only had one situation where a flight was canceled, and that was due to a strike in
Greece. Yeah. So after 6 months of travel, how's our luggage holding up? Now, we had one issue with our suitcases, mine in particular. There was a tear inside, like a seam fell apart. And we were in Cairo at the time, or Egypt. So we couldn't actually do anything there. It's really hard to get anything in and out of Egypt. So we waited until we got to Cyprus, and it was really hard to get things in and out of Cyprus too. So now, when we were in Scotland, I finally remember, it's like, oh, I need to contact Briggs & Riley, see if they can get this suitcase repaired.
Now, it's not to say that they wouldn't have been able to help us. We just didn't ask until we were here in Scotland.
Yeah, we were afraid of shipping times for places. They said they had UK locations, so that's why I was thinking we'll handle it here. And good news is they not only took care of it quickly, but they just swapped out my suitcase, gave us a brand new one. So the fact that we bought these more expensive suitcases has already paid off. Now I got a brand new case, and it feels really good to get that kind of customer support.
Yeah, they overnighted it after we sent it back, and they paid for a courier to pick it up from us, and all we had to do was wrap it in a garbage bag.
Yeah.
They provided a label, which was convenient because we don't have easy access to a printer, so we didn't even have to worry about that.
So a good experience.
So where have we been the last 6 months?
Well, we've been in Italy, so Naples and Palermo, and we went to
The U.S., Palm Springs area, and Houston and San Francisco.
visiting family, and then we went to Greece, Athens.
And then we were back to Italy for Lecce and Assisi, and we took some side trips to Spello and Rome.
And of course, we hit 3 different places in Egypt: Cairo, Luxor, and Aswan. Also Giza in there, so it's kind of 4.
Paphos and Famagusta, Cyprus.
And of course, in Scotland, we've been in Edinburgh, Roddy Ferry, Glasgow, and back to Edinburgh again.
And also St. Andrews.
That's right, put St. Andrews in there too. We've been busy.
And now we're off to the south of France. We'll be just outside of Nice for the next month, which we're excited to be doing.
And hopefully catch up on some video editing, because we've got a lot planned for you.
We have our entire rest of the year planned, and we are also looking at the first quarter of next year as well. We'll also be bringing you some episodes that aren't necessarily tied to the places we're visiting. We have a Duolingo review coming up and an update on our my dual citizenship.
Yeah, I don't get that. She gets that.
But we'll apply for him after I get taken care of.
Yeah.
If there's something from us that you would like to see, or if you have questions about the last 6 months and what we've been doing and how we've been traveling,
Let us know in the comments.
until next time.
Until next time.